Let us read Proverbs 20, verse 19. Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets. Therefore, do not associate with a simple babbler. There is a well-known saying often attributed to various sources. A lie can travel halfway around the world before the truth can get its boots on. This describes a painfully familiar reality. A careless remark whispered in confidence becomes a rumor by evening. A misunderstood action becomes a damaging story by the next day. Reputations built over decades can be weakened in minutes by malicious or uninformed words that were never verified. Most of us have witnessed, participated in, or experienced the destructive power of careless speech. In a world where information travels instantly and private conversations can become public narratives, it is urgent to heed the wisdom of Scripture regarding our words. The book of Proverbs warns us sternly about the tongue. For instance, Proverbs 20:19 tells us a gossip betrays a confidence, so avoid anyone who talks too much. This proverb exposes the danger of trusting those who talk freely with a secret. A person who delights in hearing gossip also loves to spread it. Such people are untrustworthy. They betray confidences and take pleasure in passing along private or sensitive information. And this can destroy relationships. The reasons for gossip are many. Some people love to have something to share that nobody else knows, the power of advanced knowledge. Others find gossip a delicious morsel that is savored by sharing it with the words, "Of course, I shouldn't be telling you this, but I know it won't go any further." Others feel insecure when faced with someone else's success and try to tear that person down. The fear of being overlooked can lead others to use gossip as a weapon. These words become a way to elevate oneself at the other's cost. Anger and bitterness also fuel harmful speech. Unresolved hurt, betrayal, perceived injustice, or long-held grudges can find expression through slander. Words become an outlet for emotional pain. Sometimes gossip is used as a means of social bonding. People share negative information to feel included or gain attention or to strengthen group identity. Talking about others creates a temporary sense of connection, even if that connection is built on a harmful activity. Others speak without considering the consequences. Impulsive speech, exaggeration, and sharing unverified information allows words to escape before wisdom intervenes. At times, gossip turns to slander when it begins with incomplete information, misrepresenting actions, spreading rumors as facts, and failing to verify the truth. Assumptions become damaging narratives. Whatever the motive, the result is the same: tearing down rather than building up. Slander often begins by distorting truth and planting doubt. The serpent is the first recorded slanderer in Scripture. In the Garden of Eden, it implied that God was withholding good from Adam and Eve and suggested that his warning about death was untrue. These words planted distrust toward God. Religious leaders sought false testimony against Jesus, claiming he would destroy the temple. Coordinated falsehood opposed the truth, leading to his crucifixion. Similarly, opponents accused the Apostle Paul of defiling the temple and stirring rebellion in Acts chapter 21, verse 28, resulting in his arrest and trials. These accounts reinforce Proverbs' warning: gossip and slander can cause irreversible damage. Yet, God ultimately vindicates the truthful. Integrity matters even when falsely accused. Biblical wisdom teaches that the content of our speech overflows from whatever fills the heart. Jesus said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Matthew 12:34. Proverbs 16:28 adds, a perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. Speech reveals inner character. What we say exposes what lives within us. The second part of Proverbs 20, verse 19 advises, therefore, do not associate with a simple babbler. A babbler is someone who talks excessively and carelessly and speaks without wisdom or restraint. A simple person is one who lacks discernment. Scripture not only warns against gossip, but advises avoiding close association with such people. Gossip spreads conflict. Secrets are not safe. Reputations and relationships are harmed. Negative speech influences attitudes and behavior. This teaching offers relational wisdom. Choose companions who value integrity, protect confidential information, avoid environments where gossip thrives, and recognize that speech habits reveal character. This is not a call to isolate ourselves from imperfect people, but to avoid close partnership and deep trust with those whose eagerness to repeat secrets proves them to be untrustworthy. Proverbs 11:13 reminds us, a gossip betrays a confidence, but a trustworthy person keeps a secret. Proverbs 26:20 observes, without food, a fire goes out. Without gossip, a quarrel dies down. Paul instructs believers in Ephesians 4:29, let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as is good for building up. Scripture consistently calls us to use our words as instruments of grace rather than destruction. How then can we resist the temptation to gossip? We need to be slow to speak. We need to search our motives for speaking. We need to verify the content of our speech. And we need to make sure we are authorized to speak. If someone is entrusted to you in confidence, guard it carefully. Love covers a multitude of sins. In 1 Peter 4:8. When you see sin in someone's life, address it privately rather than broadcasting it publicly. Finally, we must choose words that build rather than destroy. Our speech should encourage, correct with gentleness, comfort, and edify. Ephesians 5:4 reminds us to avoid foolish talk and instead cultivate thanksgiving. Integrity in what we share is a powerful testimony. Each conversation offers an opportunity to reflect the character of Christ. When we refuse gossip, protect confidences, and speak life-giving words, we become instruments of peace. Let us choose speech that heals, restores, and honors God. In doing so, we not only protect others, but we cultivate a heart aligned with God's truth and love. God bless.